You may or may not know, but I like guys.
I do too.
So did you have any idea that I was gay?
Zero.
Oh, really?
When you meet someone, how do you say? Can you just say, "Hey, guy, are you gay?" You don't go directly.
Yeah, I don't. 大家族交際助の三男右京です。前からちょっとしてみたかったある企画をしようと思います。実は家族でね、直接カミングアウトしてない人がね、まだおるんだけど、今回はその人を呼んでるので紹介します。ダディー。
Yeah. What do you want, son?
Hello, how are
you?
you?
Calling me for a big announcement, interview, or joking session? You tell me jokes.
Well, it's not really a joke. We're gonna have a frank conversation, but we can also make it humorous if we would like to. I prepared some questions for today. Then if you can answer, that would be great.
I prepared a few questions to ask Ukyo as well.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go!
大家族交際助。
改めまして、I have something to tell.
Did you win Tatsuoto?
鉄郎
Did you win Tatsuoto?
I'm not rich yet, but maybe in the future. You may or may not know, but I like guys.
I do too. I like people.
Oh yeah?
What do you mean exactly?
No, I like guys romantically, and yeah, I'm gay.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I do have a boyfriend.
Wow. But I had an inkling, a suspicion, because...
Yeah, I mean, like you knew
I
that
know,
already,
yeah.
so
I'm not terribly surprised.
yeah. So we never really had this conversation. I never came out to you directly. That was because I just never really felt comfortable enough to come out. But I think I am now really comfortable to tell everything, and it will be great if we can have these kind of conversations. I didn't have a chance before to share some of your opinions as well.
Yep.
Alright, so first of all, this is my first time coming out to you, but when did you first know that I was gay?
So I heard from Iori.
So that was Yori.
止められたの Do
And
you remember how I told you?
we were about to go to a party with friends and family, and Iori sort of just suddenly nudged me almost and said, "Oh, by the way, Dad, I think I should tell you, do you know Ukyo is gay?" Like that. I said, "Oh, really?" There was a Japanese guest there.
Yeah, that was Yori's friend, but I never met him before.
Yeah, there was one gay friend.
I presumed that Japanese man who I hadn't been introduced to was what they were talking about, because otherwise why would they suddenly tell me as we were about to sit down for dinner, "Oh, by the way, over there..."
Are you sure it was me?
Not exactly, but somebody.
I'll tell you what my memory is, because it was that same party. We were driving to the rehearsal, and then in the car, you told me, "Did you know that Ukyo was gay?" You told me as if I didn't know. So I was like, "Oh yeah, of course I knew." And then you were like, "Really?" So I was right. I was correct.
So that was 7 years ago.
So 7 years ago, I was 20.
I wonder who it was that told you.
But someone, I think they told me that you were going to move to Sydney because there was nothing for you on the Sunshine Coast. And I thought, what? This is a great place to live. What do you mean? You got the beach. Why doesn't Ukyo like the Sunshine Coast? Then when they said he's going to Sydney, might have had a suspicion.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's actually one of the reasons why I moved to Sydney. When I was 20, I felt uncomfortable. I felt like I was lying and not being real to my family because, you know, I couldn't come out that I was gay. But at the same time, I didn't want to like keep lying to everybody on their face like I'm straight, and I just didn't feel happy. So I had to move to Sydney because everybody told me once you go to Sydney, like you can like figure it out.
So when did your brothers and sisters or your mum know that you were gay?
I told Yori first, like 20, and then I moved to Sydney. I told my mum when I was 21.
So when you went to Sydney, mum didn't know either?
Well, she knew, but I never came out. She had a
She
suspicion.
didn't ask questions or...
No, she never. She was just kept waiting. So after living in Sydney for more than a year, I was like, you know what? Like I'm really comfortable now. I know a lot of myself. Because back then I wasn't educated enough. I thought if I accept my sexuality, I couldn't be happy. Like everybody's gonna judge me. There are no many like gay people, like I can't get married and all of that because, you know, I didn't really know. And when I moved to Sydney and seeing so many people who has like, you know, same background, no one's really judging in Sydney compared to Japan or Queensland.
When I was your age, 20, I had never met a gay man or woman. I knew the word. We used to say just homosexual.
Yeah.
Gay didn't have that meaning 50 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were there,
Yeah, they would have been.
Yeah,
But,
they just couldn't really come out.
at high school, people didn't come out even.
Yeah, they couldn't because people would judge them because of their sexuality.
Well,
Like
lose
they
your
don't
job
have
in those days.
exactly. I didn't want you guys to judge me just because of my sexuality.
Didn't change anything for me. So you're still you.
So did you have any idea that I was gay?
Zero.
Oh,
None.
really?
Because you were sporty, manly,
Yeah.
hairy kind of guy.
Well, I'm the hairiest in the family.
You never did that fancy,
Like flamboyant.
yeah, a bloke. And I never saw you with boy friends.
What did you think when you found out that I was gay?
I tried to think back to anything that I might have missed. Why did I not see something? Then I thought, remember photos of you with your pink dress and the orange clothes, dressing up.
Right? Some of your
A hint
memories
came back, yeah.
Yeah.
You seemed more effervescent than other boys, like you're a little more gesticulating, more actions, like, oh yeah, that's more like a gay guy maybe. So I thought, I shouldn't be surprised. So I wasn't surprised.
You didn't have any negative thoughts or...
Nothing. It's okay, just I should have realised it's a bit my innocence. Some things were there to see,
Yeah.
and I didn't click.
Thank you. Well, that's nice of you to say that.
So one of the questions from me to Ukyo on behalf of you was, were you scared to tell Dad that you were gay?
So I was always scared to tell that I was gay to you and Mum. Even though you guys were okay, I thought somehow I would disappoint you for just being gay. And that was because I've heard some homophobic comments when we were growing up, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't really directed to me, but it was just a comments, like seeing on the TV show or whatever, oh gay guys, oh that look gay, something negative, not really
Heard
positive.
from Mum or me.
Both of you. Not really offensive, but it doesn't really come out as positive. More like, oh, there's a gay guy. Oh, that look gay. That doesn't really translate to positive to me. Especially when you're growing up, the community you have is either your house or like the school.
I can't remember making comments about gay people when I lived in Japan. Only I remember Harry Potter himself, the actor, is gay. So maybe
He's not.
Huh?
He's not gay.
Really?
No.
The whole world thinks so.
No, Daniel Radcliffe isn't gay.
That's what I thought when I... because all our kids liked Harry Potter. Maybe we talked about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was wrong.
Yeah, anyways, because of that, I just felt like I'll be easily judged or easily misunderstood by just coming out. At that time, I wasn't sure about my sexuality. Maybe I'm bi, or this is just a phase of liking guys more than girls. I didn't know. But I'm really glad that I came out to my mum and to my family, because after I come out, I felt relieved. It was a weight off my shoulders. I don't need to keep lying to the family that I love. I love all of my family members so much, and the fact that I was not being true to myself, that's one of the reasons why I left Queensland to move to Sydney.
But even if we knew in Queensland and you went to Sydney, it's still a good thing to go to Sydney for you. It was good, even though you left one home, you made a new home. So
Now everybody's moving to Sydney. I still remember when I told everybody that I'm moving to Sydney, everybody was like, you know what, you'll come back in 1 month.
hard to set up on your own, not knowing anybody.
Yeah,
And how many years in Sydney now?
7 years.
3 of your brothers are now in Sydney. Sorry.
Hey brother.
3 of your siblings are now in Sydney.
Yeah, and dad, you're in Newcastle.
I'm nearby.
Yeah.
大家族フォーサイスケ
動画の途中ですが、ここで俺たちから重要なお知らせがあります。
以前からさ、いろんな人にフォーサイスケでオフ会を開催してくださいっていうリクエストめっちゃ多いじゃん。
確かにね。
で、今までできたことなかったじゃん。
さすがにね、大阪に住んでほしいね。難しいよね。
そう。でもね、実は今回それが実現するんです。
詳細は最後に。
動画最後までぜひ見てください。
Oh no. So did your opinion about LGBT change after you found out that I was gay?
No, because you don't dictate what I think about LGBT stuff, because it's been around well before I knew about you.
So you never had a negative connotation about
Had no reaction, no consequence, makes no difference to my life view. Maybe all of my sons could have been 7 out of 7, doesn't Then I might think, why did this happen? It's just the odds. If I had a question, I can ask you, because otherwise I wouldn't know who to ask and what to ask.
You're actually glad that one of your sons are gay then?
It's no harm, it's no different. It's probably more interesting actually, yeah. I haven't asked you any questions, so what can I ask? You have the same positive attitude to life as a gay man as you had as a teenager before you decided for sure that... Did it change your whole outlook to your career, your friendships, your anything, everything?
Yeah, definitely. So when I was in high school, when I was starting to feel like something is off, what my other straight friends are saying about girls and like how their relationship with other girls, then I started doubting myself, like, am I that odd one? Like why am I different from others?
So when you were, say, middle teenager, do you know other gay...
No, I didn't
boys?
know anybody. I felt
You
alone.
the only one.
I thought I was the only weird one in the world. I was sure like there were some people, the celebrities, who might be gay.
But none of your friends had come out before
No,
to you
never.
before.
So I wasn't confident enough. I thought if I come out, like they're gonna, judge me, and I will lose all the friends, all the family.
So one question is, like, you come from a big family of 8 kids. The issue of having a child and all that sort of thing, life, do you anticipate a partner, adopting, whatever people do to have a family, or you intend to stay single, or what's your life view?
It's a bit tricky. Like I do want a partner, but I'm not sure that I want to get married. Not necessarily getting married is my goal. I do want to have a partner that I can be together for my whole life. For me, it's more like a personal connection with the other guy.
Hypothetical, if you get married, do I walk you down the aisle, or do I escort you down as a husband to meet your husband?
Yeah, I don't know how does it work.
I guess that's just how you want to make it to be.
Yeah,
you can do anything.
you can do
anything. There's no
anything.
rules.
I will make it super rainbow, so you have to wear all the rainbow tuxedo for me. You have to dress up super
Gay
gay.
man's fun.
Is that possible?
A super gay guy.
Yeah, I want you to be like look super gay. That would be a super cool dad, like very supportive.
I need a wing.
Maybe drag queen. Maybe drag queen.
Okay.
Yeah, drag queen. That would be so much fun.
I'll come to work like that, practice.
Yeah,
Get used to the feeling.
This is a question for you, Gil. In your opinion, what could parents do to make it more comfortable for children to come out as LGBTQ? So obviously he had trouble coming out because he had preconceptions that, maybe mum or dad will be disappointed. He thought that there were homophobic comments, even though it wasn't homophobic. He was oversensitive about some comments in childhood. So my question is to Ukyo, what could parents do? Possible, not just you, but in general that who are watching this, if they're a parent and they might think that their child might be LGBTQ, but they don't know how to tell them, what could parents do to make it more comfortable for their children to come out?
So I think the best thing the parents could do is always make a safe space for their child. You never thought that any comments that you make for LGBT people, it might come across as homophobic. So the best thing you can do for your child is always making sure to your child that no matter who they are, you will love them just the same as
Any other kids?
He's telling you for you, maybe it was a question for him.
Yeah. One of the good suggestion would be if this kind of topic get brought up in the house, and always show them you are super supportive. So that will make LGBT child feel more comfortable to come out, and they'll feel more confident in themselves that even they come out, you'll be the best supporter.
So I think I would tell you or your mum to talk to you to see if you wanted to open up with them, because it might be harder for you to talk to me and for them to tell you, no, Dad's okay. If that's the case, then you say, what a relief.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard as a father to a teenage son, come here, sit down.
Yeah,
That would be too much pressure, and
I think so,
So I
yeah.
It has to be a natural way. For example, on Japanese TV, there are a lot of flamboyant gay people, like talents, right? And maybe if you're watching TV, if you make some comment related to that, but in a positive way, it would show your child that you don't have any bias. You don't discriminate against that community, so they will feel more comfortable
but
coming out.
you didn't feel outcast, pushed, threatened, anything from
Family.
anyone in the family?
Well,
Just you're worried about the acceptance.
Exactly. Because if I lose my family, then I won't have anything else. I was aware from when we were little that our family is very special. Our bond is much stronger than any other family. So thinking that they might hate me because of my sexuality, that's why one of the reasons I hesitated to come out.
No problem.
Oh, that was a good conversation.
Is there a particular type of guy that you're attracted to or that you're looking
Yeah,
for?
where's my phone? I can show you. My crush. He's a model. He's not Tony or David. Instagram crush. I found him recently.
Unreachable. He's a talent.
And he's straight. But he's super handsome though.
Have you met another person similar to him in the gym or in the street or in the bar?
If you go in the city, there's so many
So
guys.
when you meet someone, how do you say? Can you just say, "Hey, guy, are you gay?" You don't know whether he's gay
Okay.
or straight.
For
Like the
some
gays
que-
on a left wing or a right wing. Is there any body language?
So usually gay people can sense other gay guys. It's pretty easy. It's pretty obvious. But I will just throw some question like which clubs you go to, and then you pretty much know. Bars that you go, if it's LGBT friendly, that's pretty much.
What about an authority figure like you meet someone in police uniform, powerful in the society, but you think he might be gay? How would you approach a potential friend who is actually a policeman?
I'll just slap his ass.
You want to get arrested?
I would love to.
Can you arrest him?
Roleplay.
You say, "Oh, they're nice handcuffs."
Like,
So how serious are you with your boyfriend? Steady for a while, or it's up and down, or in and out? Up and down, I mean.
it's getting more serious, I guess.
You think he feels the same way as you at the moment?
I think so, yeah. He cares about me a lot. I would love to introduce him one day. Alright, so thank you so much, Daddy, for doing
my
this
pleasure.
with me. I always wanted to have a proper conversation, and I'm finally glad to hear some of your opinions about
Start practicing for your
LGBT
wedding.
and
I'll
about me.
start rehearsing and
Yeah,
buying
exactly.
new clothes. Oh, you can buy my clothes.
I will give my hug.
Hey!
Thank you so much. ということで、なかなかできんかったんだけど、ずっとやりたかったダディとの自分のセクシャリティについての対談がね、すごいうまくいったので、これをね、みんなにシェアできて、とても嬉しいです。You can see the camera too, by the way. There's the
You're
camera.
just looking at me.
You're talking.
親にね、カミングアウトするのだったり、家族にカミングアウトするのってすごい大変だし、勇気がいることなので、みんながみんなせんといけんことではないんだけど、こうやってそのカミングアウトすることでね、生まれる絆だったり、カミングアウトしてから自分の肩の荷が下りたりね、するけ、それをみんなにシェアできてよかったです。この動画が良かったと思ったら、
You can like,
subscribe,
share.
leave us some comments. See you in the next video. Bye!
はい、よかったね。やっとダディと話せて、めっちゃ感動的な会話だったね。
前ね、なんかちゃんと話せたことなかったけ、ダディにちゃんとカミングアウトできてよかったです。ダディが家族で一番最後の人だったけど。
ここで例の重大発表。毎年さ、2月3月にさ、シドニーでさ、私たち大きいイベントがあるじゃん。
そりゃもちろんお前、俺の誕生日やないかい。
あ、そうだったね。それもあるんだけど、
あ、俺の誕生日よりも
いや、うっくんの誕生日のためにっていうぐらいシドニーで行われとる一大イベントがあるじゃん。何だったっけ？
マルディグラ。
そう実は来年のマーディグラはワールドプライドがシドニーで開催されるけめっちゃ大きいイベントなんよ。それにね、実は防災スキが日本代表として出場することになりました。でそれがなんでオフ会とつながるかっていうと、視聴者の皆さん日本からそのマルディグラパレードに一緒に出場するツアーを開催することになったんよ。
それはもう手上げですね。
マーディグラって何？
マルディグラっていうのは世界最大の多様性を祝福するめっちゃ盛大なパレードなんよ。LGBTQIA+ の人が自己表現を通して平等を求めるっていうのが目的で、シドニーのマルディグラは世界的に見てもめっちゃ有名で、日本だけじゃないよ、いろんな国から、ゲイだけじゃなくてその多様性をね深めるためにいろんな人がシドニーに3月集まってくるんですね。
しかもすごいのが毎年オーストラリアの総理大臣も参加するんよ。
確かになんか日本じゃまだそこまで行ってないんじゃない？
そう
俺が最初にシドニーに引っ越してきた時はその家族とは祝えてなかったんだけど、今こうやってみんなで暮らしとるじゃん。今年のマルディグラはね、みんなも一緒にパレードを見てね、レインボーな服着ていっぱい祝ってね。
その楽しかったマーディグラを日本の皆さんと一緒にねシェアしたいと思う。
そして今回はなんと南半球で初めてのワールドプライドっていうのも開催されるんよ。ワールドプライドっていうのは数年に1回のペースでアメリカとか他の国各地で持ち回りで開催するめっちゃ大規模なフェスや なんかクラブパーティー、じゃあとりあえずもうレインボーのコスチューム着たり、ゲイは結構なんか自分らしさを表現するコスチュームを着て、とりあえずパーティー LGBT コミュニティにとって一大イベントなんよ。
それが来年はシドニーに来る。
そうじゃあ来年はついにシドニーでそれが開催されるけ、もうほんまねシドニー中のゲイはねウホウホしとるよ。もう俺もいろんなねクラブとかイベントのチケットも買いあさったけど、開始1時間でもうソールドアウト、どのチケットもってぐらい、もうシドニーだけじゃなくていろんな国の人々がもう集まるけ、すごいことになりますよこれは。
それを今回私たちは日本のフロートで日本代表としてみんなと一緒にパレードに参加する。見るんじゃなくて
見たことしかないけど、写真これです。こんな感じよ、こんな感じ。
言ってみればさ、ワールドカップとオリンピックが同時開催されるみたいなぐらいの盛り上がりよ。
日本のスクランブル交差点のハロウィンみたいな感じになるよ。それぐらいもうすごい人口密度が高くなりますよ、そのゲイのイベントで。そこがポイント。
今回シドニー World Pride 2023のメインイベントであるマーディグラパレードの参加だったり、シドニーのダイバーシティインクルージョンだったりとか推進しとる会社だったりとか、シドニーの街並みを一緒にツアーしたりっていう企画、盛りだくさんの日本からのツアーを今回開催することになった。参加者を募集開始します。九州に拠点を置く NPO 法人のカラフルチェンジラボと一緒にタイアップして、主催してくれるんだけど、マーディグラパレードは2月の後半になります。
でこのツアーにフォーサイスケとの交流も組み込まれとるんで、
フォーサイスケのシドニー組とマミーも来る。
やばいね。
そう、マーディグラパレード盛り上げましょう。では詳細は概要欄まで
待ってます。